Today, we're diving into something pretty fascinating. It's a secret that comes from 92-year-old Japanese elders, and it's a simple method that's claimed to help rebuild your spine, all while you're asleep.
So many of us deal with that annoying, nagging back pain. And the search for relief can feel like this endless loop of doctor's appointments, expensive therapies, things that just don't quite work. But what if we've been looking in all the wrong places?
What if the real answer was something way simpler? A practice that's been passed down for generations, something that only takes 3 minutes a day and uses nothing but your own body? Well, that's the powerful idea we're going to unpack right now.
So let's get right to it. What is the secret? Well, it's a technique they call the nightly reset. And that name alone tells you a lot, right? It's all about getting your body perfectly set up to repair itself overnight.
Okay, so here's the core concept. The nightly reset is just a specific, really simple stretch that you hold for 3 minutes, right before you hop into bed. And the big claim is that this one little action kicks off this amazing regenerative process in your spine.
And for the big reveal, this supposedly revolutionary move is something a lot of us already know. It's the simple seated forward fold. Yep, that's it. No fancy equipment, no complicated routine, just the basic stretch that might be way more powerful than we ever thought. All right, I know what you might be thinking. Hold on, a simple forward fold can do all that? How? And that is a perfectly fair question. So let's dig into the science a little bit to see what's going on here.
So the key term to understand here is something called nocturnal synovial regeneration. Now, I know it sounds super complicated, but the idea behind it is actually really straightforward. At night, when we're resting, our bodies are literally designed to repair themselves. And part of that repair job is rehydrating those spongy, fluid-filled discs in our spine. The ones that act like our personal shock absorbers. This is the perfect way to picture it. Just think of your spinal discs as these little sponges. All day long, they get compressed and squeezed. This nightly process is like soaking those sponges in water, letting them plump right back up to their healthy, cushioned state, all ready for the next day. And here's where it all connects. That seated forward fold gently stretches the spine, and in doing so, it creates just a little bit more space between each vertebra. That extra space is like opening a door, letting all that vital fluid get absorbed more easily. The source also points out that it helps reorganize connective tissue, which is just crucial for your spine's long-term health.
The science is one thing, but what really matters are the results. So let's take a look at the data mentioned in the source material, because the impact of this little 3-minute habit is pretty incredible.
I mean, this is the million-dollar question for any new technique, right? Forget the theory for a second. Is there actual, real proof that this little stretch can make a difference in people's day-to-day lives?
Well, according to the source we're looking at, the answer is a big, resounding yes. The research it talks about points to a really specific and honestly pretty stunning result for people who are struggling with lower back pain.
52%. Just let that number sink in for a moment. According to the source, just by doing this 3-minute routine every night, people saw an average drop of 52% in their lower back pain scores. I mean, that is a huge improvement for such a tiny investment of time.
And this chart just lays it out so clearly. You can see the reported pain scores before people started doing the nightly reset, and then, boom, look at that dramatic drop afterward. It's a really powerful visual of what that 52% actually feels like.
Okay, so we've gone over the what, the how, and the why. Now let's get to the most important part. How you can actually start using this simple, powerful routine in your own life. Like tonight.
And it really is this easy. First, just sit out on the floor with your legs straight out. Second, and this is the important part, hinge from your hips, not from your waist, as you gently fold forward. Don't force it. And finally, just relax into it. Breathe deeply and hold that gentle stretch for a full 3 minutes. Just let gravity do all the work.
And that right there is really the whole theme of this, isn't it? It's just a great reminder that we don't always need some complicated, expensive solution. Sometimes the biggest changes come from the smallest, most consistent actions.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If a 3-minute stretch can have this kind of an impact, what other bits of ancient wisdom or simple daily habits are just out there, waiting for us to find them? What else are we overlooking in our search to feel better? It's definitely something to think about.